Hello there. Can you believe it's Christmas Eve? It's the 24th today. Wow. Well, as you can see, actually, my advent calendar only has 24 pockets, so I'm going to take the scroll out of the last one and let's see what passage we've got today. Right, Matthew chapter 2, verses 13 to 23. 13 to 23. Yesterday we read the first 12 verses of this chapter when we were learning about the wise men, weren't we? Visiting Jesus and giving them their gifts. And they returned to their own country via a different route to avoid King Herod. When they had gone, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream. "Get up," he said, "take the child and his mother and escape to Egypt. Stay there until I tell you, for Herod is going to search for the child to kill him." So he got up, took the child and his mother during the night, and left for Egypt, where he stayed until the death of Herod. And so was fulfilled what the Lord had said through the prophet, "Out of Egypt I called my son." When Herod realized that he had been outwitted by the Magi, he was furious, and he gave orders to kill all the boys in Bethlehem and its vicinity who were 2 years old and under, in accordance with the time he had learned from the Magi. Then what was said through the prophet Jeremiah was fulfilled. "A voice is heard in Ramah, weeping and great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children and refusing to be comforted, because they are no more." After Herod died, an angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt and said, "Get up, take the child and his mother and go to the land of Israel, for those who were trying to take the child's life are dead." So he got up, took the child and his mother, and went to the land of Israel. But when he heard that Archelaus was reigning in Judea in place of his father Herod, he was afraid to go there. Having been warned in a dream, he withdrew to the district of Galilee, and he went and lived in a town called Nazareth. So was fulfilled what was said through the prophets, "He will be called a Nazarene." Well, as we might have guessed, Herod was furious that he'd been outwitted by the Magi, and what a terrible thing he did in his rage. He was determined, you see, to get rid of this promised king, and so he murdered every baby boy in Bethlehem and the surrounding area who was 2 years old and younger. It seems that he'd worked that out from what the wise men had said about when they first saw the star that led them to Israel in the first place. Well, thankfully, of course, the Lord made sure that Joseph and Mary and Jesus were kept safe. They had escaped to Egypt, so they were safely in Egypt. But what a tragedy and what a wicked thing that Herod did. But you know, even in this, he was unwittingly fulfilling Scripture, as Matthew tells us as he quotes that prophecy from the Old Testament. "A voice is heard in Ramah, weeping and great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children and refusing to be comforted, because they are no more." Well, after Herod died, the family returned to Israel, but settled back in Nazareth rather than going to Judea, because again, Joseph was warned in a dream not to go there. You see, God was making sure that Jesus was kept safe and would be able to grow up into a man to fulfill his mission. Well, tomorrow is the big day. It's the 25th. It's Christmas Day. So I hope you can come back then for the final video in this series, Exploring Christmas. And don't forget that we have a family service at Waterford House tomorrow morning at 10:30, and you'll all be very welcome to join us in person or online. Hopefully see you then, and see you in this video tomorrow.